Morgan Knoll here with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We're located about 30 minutes north of Denver off I-25. Today I'm bringing you an inventory trailer. This is a 2023 Logan Coach Riot 4-horse gooseneck with the front tack room. This one just came in yesterday, so hasn't even been out there. There's no pictures of it online yet. I love this trailer, so we'll go through all of the features on it, show you why I like it personally, and let you look over the trailer. But coming right here, we've got our adjustable coupler, so this moves up and down, and that way we can make sure you're riding as level as possible on that tow vehicle. Last thing we want to do is be overstressing one axle versus another, so we want to make sure you're riding as level as possible, make sure the horses are comfortable, and make sure you're comfortable in your pickup as well. You got your safety chains, your breakaway battery switch, and then up underneath here we got our full-sized tire. That's a spare tire there, sorry. And then we actually have an electric jack on this one with our battery pack. So having that battery on here, for one, runs that electric jack, but then we can also run the lights on this trailer without having to be plugged in to your pickup. So that's a nice feature to have, especially if you don't have a tack room at home and you use your trailer as your tack room. Being able to have lights and untack when it's dark out, you're just getting done riding, it comes in handy big time. And then that'll trickle charge that battery back up whenever you're plugged into the tow vehicle and the tow vehicle's running. So neat tack setup on this one. We've got a tack door on each side of the trailer. So on that tack door, we have our swing out blanket pole, our frameless window. And so that can open up, get some airflow in there in case you have some musty, smelly horse blankets and stuff like that. And then down below we have our brush box. So that brush box, I personally use that as the things I use very often, I keep in there. So whether it's my brushes, my hoof picks, my fly spray, liniment, any of that stuff that I don't want to go searching in the trailer for, I'll put it right there in the brush box. And then right here on this side of the tack room, we've got our swing out saddle rack with 4 tiers. So these can be removable. You can take them off if you need to. If you got only 3 saddles and you need some more space for one horn or something like that, you can take these off. And then this just swings back into place super easily and goes that way. So then coming up here into the tack room, you'll see right away on that partition wall, we've got our full row of bridle hooks with the carpet down below. So that carpet down below is going to help prevent some of the, swishing and swaying that the bridles will do in transit. It's going to help prevent and keep them in better condition. And then in turn keep your trailer in better condition too. Right down on the floor there, we've got our Jiffy Jack that comes with this trailer. So that way if you do end up getting a flat, you can pull up one tire on the side that is flat, pull up the good tire, be able to take the bad one off, put the spare on, and be on your way really easily. So you'll see over on this side, here's our other tack door. So no matter where you're at, what side you're loading or unloading, tacking up horses off of, you're able to access the tack room, and that's a big one for me because I remember when I was a kid having to run all the way around the pickup, go in the tack room, run all the way back around, tack up that horse, run all the way back around. So being able to access this tack room from both sides is just a big ease of use for me, being able to hop in either side, be able to get what you need, and go from there. You got a little foot peg down on the floor here to get up into that gooseneck nose. So that way you can use that as storage, or if you wanted to toss an air mattress up there and hang out during shows, something like that, you can do so. And then we've got our seamless windows, one on each side of the gooseneck, and then a light up there in the nose. Nice thing about this one, they did do light switches on both sides of the tack door, so no matter what side you're coming in, you've got a light switch here next to the tack door, and then you have one on the other side as well. And then coming out of this trailer, you'll see over here on the hip side, we've got our bus windows all the way down. So those open up part way. And that way, you can kind of pick and choose how much airflow you want going through this trailer. Like a morning like this morning, it was pretty chilly out. Wouldn't want too much airflow, just enough for ventilation. Get these opened up part way. And then as the day progresses and it gets warmer out, you can keep opening them up more and more to make sure your horses are staying comfortable and at the temperature you want them to be at. Got an LED light up above, so come in handy big time when you're trying to tack or untack in the dark. I'm telling you, who would have thought lights would come in handy in dark? But they do, so there's that. And then down below we've got our 4 ties, so be able to tie out here. And then down on the axle size, we've got two 6,000-pound Dexter torsion axles, and that is a spread axle right there. So that's a 42.5-inch spread axle between them, and that is actually going to give you a little more weight rating when it comes down to it. And then in turn, since they are spread, you're going to have a little bit more of individualized play when it comes to those axles, so it's going to ride a lot smoother and a lot nicer, because you're going over, let's say, a bump. That first axle is going to hit, and then you have that little bit of hesitation before that second axle hits. So it's going to be a nicer ride in the pickup and for your animals in the back. And then we've got our 16-inch aluminum wheel down there, and I love the wheels that they put on this one. The black and chrome mixture with the white exterior, and then the Rampage graphic right there. Just all goes really well together, and makes it look really sleek. So coming over here to the rear of the trailer, we've got our 50/50 door opening, and you're probably thinking this looks a little bit bigger than normal. Well, it is. So these are actually 7'3" wide on this trailer, and then we're 7 foot tall. So you're getting that extra width in there, and that's actually going to come in handy if you got those bigger bodied horses or longer horses. You do get a little bit of extra length in there for them, having that 7'3" wide. You got windows in each of these rear doors. So having those windows in those rear doors, if you're going down the interstate, it's hot out, you get all your windows opened up, open those up. That'll help draw that air all the way back out through the trailer and help keep that airflow going over the horses' heads and backs and just keeping them cool overall. If you needed a ramp on this one, we could easily get a ramp installed on this trailer. Our service department here does a fantastic job installing them, and we could do it pretty easy for you. LED load light up above. And then as you come in here, you'll actually see right under this load light, there's this little pad here, and we call this a headache pad. So that way, I know I have a horse, she's notorious for wanting to back out way too fast or rearing up, just doing stupid stuff. We know how horses are. So having this headache pad, if they are to rear up, they're going to hit that instead of this framing right here, and it's not going to hurt as much. It's going to take some of that blow away from them, and most likely will be easier to get them into the trailer next time, even if they did hit their head. So coming over here on our dividers, so this last divider is a telescoping divider. So you actually lift this little pin, push this in, and then you'll be able to push this over on this side, clip it, and get it out of the way, so when you start loading horses, you don't have dividers slapping back at you, or if you need to drive with them all open, you can do that as well. And doing that, you don't have this divider sticking out of the trailer, you don't have an issue for someone to catch a hip on it, so being able to telescope that in comes in handy big time. And then on these dividers, you can see that they've got pads on both sides. All the dividers do. So having the pads, for one, comfort of the horse. We like when our horses are comfortable, they perform better for us. So that's a big one. And then for two, you folks with those lighter colored horses, your paints, your grays, your palominos, your buckskins, when they get to rubbing against aluminum, they will eventually get off the trailer and they have a little rub mark on their hip. Stuff like that. Well, this is going to help prevent some of that from happening by having the pads. So your divider's going all the way up, and then this one actually has a pad on this front wall too. So that comfort for that horse right there in the front, that comes in handy in horses like that too. You got a roof vent above each stall. So those roof vents push forward and push back. Push them forward, they'll help draw that air in. Push them back, help draw that air back out. And just once again, keep that airflow going through the trailer for these horses to stay comfortable while in transit. You got 4 LED lights up on that right hand side, and then one over on the left hand side. So if you did want to add a rear tack to this one, we could do so, and then you have the light already installed over here to be able to see in there. And then probably saw this floor. Love this flooring on these trailers. So this is Logan Sure Grip flooring. So that Sure Grip, it's a rubber composite, and then anything like any kind of urine, liquid, anything like that is actually going to drain through the bottom of this trailer. So you have your aluminum planks with a little bit of spacing between them, covered in Logan's Vortex coating, which is this black coating you'll see on the sidewalls and this stuff. And that's going to help prevent any kind of urine or liquid from sitting on that aluminum and eating away at it eventually. And then having this floor over top, it's so easy to clean out. You just scoop out your solids, spray it down with the hose, use some simple green if you need to, and you're ready to hit the road again. So nice floor, a little bit of cushion for the horses too, and who doesn't like that? And then right here in the corner, I forgot to point this out when we were in there, there's actually a hawk pad right there. So that way if your horse is backing out, we'll have some horses that like to back out at an angle, and they always seem to hit this corner right here, scrape up their hock a little bit. So having this hawk pad comes in handy with the comfort of the horse in mind. So Logan coach trailers are a galvanized steel frame, aluminum sheeting combo. So you get that strength and durability having that galvanized steel frame, but then you're getting that lightweight of having the aluminum sheeting on the side. We've got our aluminum extrusions going all the way down. So nice aluminum extrusions on this trailer. And then we also have our drop down windows with the drop down jail bars. So these drop down windows are nice and wide, because these stalls are 40 inches wide. So that's a bit more than what is standard. So having those 40-inch wide stalls on the inside, your bigger bodied horses, once again, just more comfort for them and thinking of them when it comes to these kind of trailers. So these do pop into place, these windows do, and that way they're not going to be sitting there slapping against the trailer while you're driving down the road. They're going to be popped into place and in that stationary position. You've got a bus window in these, so you can get this opened up, get a little bit of airflow, and then as the day progresses and you might want to bring this drop down, you can do so. And then if you have to get in there and check on horses, offer some more feed, offer some water, you can do so with the simplicity of having this jail bar drop down just like that. So, you know, you're going on a long trip, you don't want to risk taking a horse off a trailer, it getting loose. You're at a gas station somewhere on the side of the road. It sounds like a scary idea to me. So I would prefer to just step up here on the side rail, check in here, make sure the horse's legs are good, make sure they're still standing good, and that everything's going good for them, and then be on your way. Each of these jail bars are going to have this mesh sheet behind them. So that mesh sheet is actually going to help prevent some bugs and rocks and stuff like that fly up while you're driving. And you know, when semis pass you, cars pass you, you never know who's going to throw something up. Having that prevent from hitting your horse in the face, that's a nice one. And then in the summer, for the UV light and the sun rays and stuff like that, it's going to help prevent some of that heat from going inside too. You got another LED light up above, so that way you can tack and untack when it's dark out and have that light. And then here's that other tack door over here on this side. So that's what we saw earlier when we were up in that tack room. You're able to go in and out of there. So this trailer, like I said earlier, we're sitting at 7'3" wide, 7 feet tall. We have an on-the-floor length of 22 feet, 9.5 inches. And then we have an empty weight of 6,030 pounds. So, you know, majority of your 3/4 tons will be able to haul this just fine. Just always double check your tow rating. Make sure you're able to do so. Stock number we've got on this unit is going to be 5N230003. And that's 5N230003. It's a 2023 Logan Coach Riot 4-horse gooseneck. This one will come with an 8-year structural warranty, 2-year hitch to bumper. So fantastic warranties on these trailers as well. Down below you'll see my phone number, the 970-218-5996. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call or text me at that. I look forward to doing business with you and look forward to hearing from you. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.